In this video, we are looking at programmable logic controllers. And so PLC is what programmable logic controllers is. Right, so PLC theory in this video, grade 12. So the first question, name 3 types of hardware modules used in a PLC. So we have the input module, the output module, and the power supply. State the function of the CPU. It processes all the input and output signals. Question 3. State 3 other functions of the CPU. The CPU controls the PLC, performs all calculations, it runs the PLC program. Name the components used to switch the load connected to the PLC. A relay or a transistor. Name 3 types of sensors that can be used as input devices for a PLC. A light sensor, a proximity sensor, and a temperature sensor. List the program scan cycle of a PLC. Input scan, process scan, and the output scan. State 4 advantages of a soft wired system. Lower cost and requires less space, more flexibility and simplicity. State 3 disadvantages of hard wiring. Bulky, difficult to change the logic, circuit operation is not easily mapped out, difficult to find a fault, to change the system, more wiring and components are required. Name 3 types of proximity sensors. Inductive proximity sensors, capacitive proximity sensors, and ultrasonic proximity sensors. Do read up more on these. Name the type of proximity sensor that uses an electrostatic field to sense proximity. A capacitive proximity sensor. Explain the purpose of a light sensor in an automatic garage door system. A light sensor can be used as a safety feature to prevent the door from closing whenever there is an interruption of the beam of light, or as a safety feature to enable the garage door to open as soon as the presence of the object is detected. Explain 2 applications of temperature sensors. Battery chargers, mining drills, electric motors. Explain the term sensor. A sensor is a device that detects and converts an environmental condition into an electrical signal. What does the PLC do after receiving data from a temperature sensor as an input device? After receiving data from the temperature sensor, the PLC runs through the program and updates the outputs accordingly. Explain the term scan cycle with reference to the scan cycle of the PLC. Scan time is the time the PLC takes to complete one scan cycle. Explain how a temperature sensor is used to prevent a mining drill from breaking. A temperature sensor is built into the bit when the temperature reaches a dangerous level that could lead to the bit breaking. The sensor sends a signal to the operator to stop drilling. Name 3 examples of analog input devices: switches, pressure pads, and sensors. Explain the need for an opto-isolator in a PLC circuit. Used for communications in PLC control to prevent high voltages from affecting a lower power system while assisting the signal to pass. Explain the term sensor as related to input devices to a PLC. A sensor is a device that detects and converts an environmental condition into an electrical signal that can be used by another device for a particular purpose. Explain what the PLC does after receiving data from the temperature sensor as an input device. After receiving data from the temperature sensor, the PLC runs it through the program and updates the outputs accordingly. State 2 applications of temperature sensors. Mining drills, battery charger, and electric motors. With reference to a PLC, explain the term software. Software is the machine language installed on a computer or written into a PLC program that instructs it to interact with the input and output hardware. Explain the advantage of PLCs with regard to space and flexibility. PLC requires less relays and switching devices. When adding another function to the circuit, a PLC circuit is modified rather than adding extra space for relays or timers. Explain what is an opto-isolator. A semiconductor device that uses light to transfer an electrical signal between circuits while keeping them electrically isolated from each other.